So I am in the process of moving, so I thought it'd be appropriate to have some moving boxes behind me in the background, but I knew that I had to bring you a movie review. So welcome to my review of the Super Mario Brothers movie. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and then movie reviews just like this one here at the weekend. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch this weekend. I do apologise if it's a bit echoey, but it's quite an empty room just filled with boxes right now, and I haven't unpacked my mic yet, so there we go. So the Super Mario Brothers movie. Now, I'm not a big gamer. I'm not sort of big Nintendo person, apart from Tetris back in the day, but I haven't really played an awful lot of like Mario type games. I had a game on the Game Boy called Yoshi's Cookie that I really liked, that I know is from that world, and you could do something that was to do with like Luigi as well, but yes, Mario wise, not a big fan. However, I kept seeing trailers for it. Obviously I knew that it was going to be tied in with like the Super Mario Land opening in Universal in Hollywood, and so I was quite interested in seeing it. I also like to go and watch sort of family friendly films from time to time, especially when I'm on school holidays like I am just now, and sort of give my opinion on them, and so that I'm able to talk about them. I'm also a big fan of Chris Pratt, and so I was excited to go and watch something with him in as well. So this has Chris Pratt, Anna Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, and then I spend animated films sitting there, I don't look it up beforehand, sitting there trying to identify the voices as I'm watching. And so I was very much able to identify Seth Rogen. I was able to identify Fred Armisen. I was able to identify Jack Black, but not until his character started singing. And then I thought someone else was Bryan Cranston, but he is not in this one. But I mean, you've got quite a lot of people lined up there, quite a lot of big stars, and so there is obviously a lot of money attached to this film. Now, I think there are probably quite a lot of sort of in-jokes for people who like Super Mario Brothers, who have played like classic Nintendo, and who like playing Mario Kart as well. Like, I have seen Mario Kart. I saw Mario Kart being played quite recently, and so I'm kind of aware when there was a section in the film where they were playing Mario, well, they were driving Mario Kart, so I was kind of aware of that and the throwing of the bananas and things like that. I also knew like reference to Donkey Kong and reference to the like toadstools and mushrooms and reference to Mario and Luigi being plumbers, but I'm sort of reviewing this as an outsider. So there's definitely some moments in the film where I laughed. However, I don't think there's enough, not enough, but as much kind of adult in-jokes as in other Illumination films. I think that other films from this franchise definitely have kind of more jokes for the adults in the audience, as kids jokes. So there's a better balance of a little bit of adult humour that only the adults are going to get, and I just don't feel like there was as much of that in this film. I think that this film is sort of quite open and transparent about being a Super Mario Brothers film, and you're going to get the Super Mario Brothers on an adventure doing something, and that's basically what you get. Now, I did feel a little bit like I sort of was late to the party and had missed something coming along because I didn't have that prior knowledge of the characters. It opens with, now I want to say he's called Basher, the like dinosaur-y bad dude played by Jack Black. It's called something like that, and so it opens sort of very darkly with him being this kind of like Thanos type of character trying to get things, which is probably part of his storyline anyway. But I thought it was a really kind of dark and scary opening to a family film. However, because it was school holidays, in the audience there were quite a lot of children, you know, getting up and down, going to the toilet, and none of them seemed to be perplexed or upset by any of this. And so I think that even though I felt like it was quite dark, I think you're probably safe to go and see this one as a family-friendly film. And then the storyline with Princess Peach was interesting because there was a bit of an origin story for her, and a little bit of an origin story for kind of her relationship with the toadstools, mushrooms. But then when they kind of jump into different lands that I definitely recognise from the Nintendo world, it's not kind of explained why there's these different lands or why they have the ability to jump in and out of these different lands. There was probably quite a lot of Easter eggs for Nintendo and Mario fans in the general Brooklyn scenes at the beginning, which went over my head, but I think that they were probably there. There was a lot of detail in those scenes and a lot of interesting kind of like dialogue and interactions. And so I think that that's probably there for fans of the franchise. So if you are a fan, I think there is going to be a lot of detail in here that you will enjoy. But on a sort of general level, in terms of Illumination films I've seen, it's not one of my favourites. I didn't go and see it in any enhanced format, because from what I've heard, there's nothing kind of gain to be seeing it in enhanced format. I think there's some moments in there that are designed for 3D with kind of jumping in and out and jumping up and down and sort of explosions and splatters and things like that that probably would work in 3D, but I'm just never gonna choose to see a film in 3D out of choice. The only one I ended up seeing as like a premiere out of choice was Avengers Endgame, because that's the one that had tickets left to it. You know what happened with the ticket sales for that film. So yeah, so I thought it was a nice family friendly film. I did laugh in points, I was invested in the story, but I think I would have definitely been deeper invested had I been a fan of the sort of Nintendo franchise, and B, if I was kind of a 10 or 11-year-old, because that's the sort of level of humour that we're at. So it's good, it's definitely family friendly, and if you're looking for something to watch this Easter holidays, it's definitely a good choice. Obviously there's loads and loads of tie-ins with it at the minute. Even Lush have got in with the tie-in, which I'm like, not sure about that, being a big Lushy as I am. But yeah, should you pay your cinema going money to go and see it? I think if you fit the right demographic, then absolutely go and see it on the big screen. I think if you're looking for something to do, if it's raining this Easter holidays, then definitely go and see it. Do you have to see it on the big screen? No, I don't think you do. I don't think there was anything particularly special, like sound-wise or visual-wise, that you need to go and see on the big screen. I think this one will work equally well viewed on a television or an iPad at some point in the future. So yeah, it's a yes, with a caveat of if you fit that demographic. Would I watch this film again? No, probably not. So there you have it. As always, if there is a particular movie you would like me to go and watch and share my thoughts on here while it's still Easter holidays and there's still time, do let me know in comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, make sure you have subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my bookish content in the week or my next movie review coming up here next weekend. And yes, thank you so much for watching. I will see you with my next video.